Hey there, fellow surveyors, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners. Episode 36, Rating for a Core for Signal Jamming. Oh, you know, one thing I did not buy that I probably should have was dyes. You know, let's shop for that. Because I've added a whole bunch of, new uranium parts to the ship, but I haven't dyed it up yet. It'd be great to be able to do that. It's also possible that the tribals around here also have dyes. I don't know if they sell dyes, but if they do, I'll buy it. I think I burned all that fuel and they're not even selling dyes here. That's why I didn't buy it, because it wasn't even available. Well, whatever. At least it's cheap to refuel. So Good just got a trade inspiration, so maybe Good will do the next trade run. I'll just leave the I'll just leave the silver in there. Set to load. Good. You know, because we're heading to a new faction's base for trade, I might as well load up all the silver. I could definitely see a situation where we buy more than just dye. So hold up there, Good. We'll kick you out for now, so you can load up the rest of the stuff. It's also really nice to be able to just once upon a time, like for transport pods and stuff like that, it was like an all or nothing, where if you loaded stuff into the transport pod and you wanted it out, it was like, oh, too bad. But now it's a little bit easier to manage that stuff with shuttles. Plus, there's the whole fact that the shuttle is like an incredibly dense source of storage. You know, if you want to load it up all in the pods. So they don't sell dyes. Are chem fuel tanks limited to 2, or can you build more to have bigger range? So your range is limited by your engines, actually, not your chem tanks. So essentially, as long you can have as much chem fuel as you want, but your range, if I'm on the unstable branch, so you wouldn't see this if you weren't on unstable, but you can view the ship's range, and the ship's range is like right now. As long as we have, let's say, 980, 950 chem fuel loaded up into the tanks, that's as far as our engines can take us. So more chem tanks means we just refuel less often, but it doesn't actually increase our range. Rip that inspiration. I think Good's social skills suck anyway, so it wasn't really an inspiration that I was going to take advantage of. She is... actually, her social's not bad. Take that back. So I know we've been idle here for kind of a long time, and that was so that we could add guns back, because the back end of the ship is kind of unprotected. So I'm planning on autogun, uranium slug, autogun, but we don't really have the materials for that at the moment. Can you place even more engines? No. So if you click on the engines, we'll say max per Grav Ship 6 for the large, max per Grav Ship 4 for the small, and I have exactly that. I have 6 large, 4 small, 10 total. So unless you use mods, which I don't, this is a vanilla series, you hit max size. Another thing that I hadn't done is, now that we have a larger ship, it's also harder to warm it. So I'll add 2 more heaters in back. So yeah, once you have at least around 1,000 chem fuel loaded in your tanks and 6 large and 4 small engines, that is your max range. Your max range never increases beyond that. So I have 1,500 chem fuel in the tanks. And all the engines. So there's really nothing more we can do as far as range goes. Alright, another thing we're going to need for these is dead power. So I'll stick the dead power over these doors. Oh, those doors are not symmetrical, are they? I'll fix that. Have we? We have not gotten the plasteel yet. Okay. So I have no intention of leaving until we actually have that plasteel. Just obtaining plasteel on this run when you're mostly mobile sucks. So the plasteel's waiting because we just haven't finished grabbing all of the steel yet. I'm going to raise the mining priorities for everyone that can mine. Klein and Puig, primarily. So that we can just blitz the mining requirements. Okay, Fangface, that's probably enough trees. 3,000 wood, yeah, that's fine. Stop. Just start collecting it, holy hell. Well, that worked. That got a little bit faster. Where? Oh, yeah, there's compacted machinery over there. It's gonna be like, where are you going? It also seems to me that only Fangface has a recon helmet at this point. We've basically phased out recon helmets, which is great. Protect your face. And with that done, I'll spin up the multi-analyzer and the research bench again. Our meat supply looks pretty good for making an orbital station visit. Mostly because we just eat, like, simple meals. We stretch it. I totally failed to notice. There's some, like, doors open and stuff. Hey, Glitch, fix that real quick. Thank you. And then I had intended to, further illuminate the walkways out here. And maybe I'll have it be like colored lights. I think that would look nice. There's still a wood wall blocking the research room? Yeah, there is. I think it's the only wooden wall. But yeah, somehow I failed to notice that. Good job, me. That calls for coffee. There we go. So we got 500 steel out there waiting. About half of it goes to the autocannon turret, so I'll just keep mining. I think the plasteel will be done once everyone finishes their current task. And I'm in no rush to launch. The benefits that the ship is getting as a result of the time spent on this tile are great. This was a really resource-rich tile. One thing we have not yet done is... Oh, it probably needs to be critical. Moving all those stupid blocks out. There we go. Runloth is doing. So it looks to me that we're really only... Oh, wait, they're moving vac blocks? That's the only block I wanted to keep. I did that wrong. Completely backwards. Allowing all blocks but vac blocks. Yep. Brilliant. I noticed quick enough. Vac stone is now like the toughest stone. It's tougher than granite. Well, that said, the age of stone for ships is kind of dead, because grav ship hulls are better than stone walls, for sure. You know, anything grav hull style, it's going to be tougher. So at this point, tweak, incline, go back to construction. And then once these walls and those turrets are done, I'll take off. I'm not going to wait until I have all the turrets done, because that's just a lot more steel mining. And because there's nothing else to do on this map tile, I want to depart. But we did manage to go from like 140 plasteel to like 500, and I think we made a whole bunch of marine helmets in the process too, so that's really nice. I know the game inside and out. That's just because I have an unbelievable amount of time playing. It's not skill, it's just spend enough... Oh, shoot. Spend enough time and, you know, you start to memorize everything. I guess. So, here is the autocannon turret. And the new walls are getting in. So these new walls just will allow the research and fabrication rooms to expand a bit. I do want to phase out chem power. So the plan is to eventually put the signal jammer here and then probably move the orbital scanner here so that the hospital can grow. Because of the power outage, I think everybody is like hauling, which is great. So I think maybe once we... Did we end up getting that plasteel? Yeah, we got the plasteel. So once the solar flare ends, we'll finish off this steel mine and then we'll launch. Oh, there is components down here. So one thing about stone walls or wood walls or basically non-airtight walls is if you have two non-airtight walls back to back, they register as airtight. So you could hypothetically have an orbital ship made of wood or jade or something that was not airtight and it would work just fine as long as it was double layered. It's total waste of space in my opinion, but like if you want to meme it and get like a wooden ship, you know, you could. All right, we are good to launch. You know what? Maybe I don't want Good and Runloth standing on the gantry while we're going into space, because they do have the right clothing on, but that just feels reckless. Airtight is very similar to temperature retention, yes. I think it probably uses the same code base, more or less, of like vacuum and temperature are likely very similar in code. I mean, I haven't actually checked myself, but I suspect that to be the case. All right. So this is a mech platform, an ancient platform, rather. So that means drones. Drones can get a little uppity. So I want to park in such a way that if they, like, make a push to mess with me in my ship, they die real good. But also I want to park in such a way that like it's not super annoying to get to them. So it looks weird, but I'm going to park here and I'll... This structure looks cool. Yeah, I really like these spherical ones, even if it has like errors in the sphere. Animals. I probably need to update the zoning, so let's take a look. The ship zone should be correct because it auto-corrected as soon as we launched. Vacuum safe can be updated. That looks right. And then home zone is a little wrong, but close enough. All right, so the plan here, oh, you know what? Okay, I don't have heavy bridges, I only have regular bridges, but that's fine. Was to bridge to this door, rather than to walk all the way around. And I was going to build a heavy bridge, but that doesn't work, so I'll just build a normal one. Everyone's in marine helmets. Oh, finally. Marine helmets for everybody. I love it. So, Klein, would you be so kind as to hack the door? So, the current priority is get the Grav core. I am thinking that the Grav core that we get here is going to be one put to signal jamming usage. Because we don't have a lot of other Grav core missions. We only have the Mech Hive. So I think it's about time to start prepping for the Mech Hive fight. The temperature of the ship is not unreasonable. It's just not roofed. Oh yeah, let's open this door. Here. Now it's real warm. Actually, that's just too warm. That fabrication room is like melt your face off hot. Because it can't like, one open door and one vent isn't enough to vent it out. It's why I don't really want the chem gens anymore. Oh, there we go. We have another Grav core. That's awesome. I was worried that we were running out of Grav core opportunities. So once Puig's up, we'll have Puig head into the facility with some shooters. Sean, thank you for the resub. Combat supplier. So I know I was low on medicine, I'll just buy it. This might seem crazy, but I'm just going to sell some of the grav light panels because we don't need 500. We don't need anywhere close to 500. That is just an absurd amount. And then the old recon helmets can be sold. Oh, they'll even buy the Persona core, the sub-Persona piloting core, which is awesome because I didn't want to hold on to that forever because it's unnecessary. So there was that trade, and I think what we're gonna do is gift for reputation because it's the trade guild, and I'll even do that with silver too because now we're allied with the trade guild, which is probably a very useful alliance to have. Alright, Mr. Puig. Let's take a Puig. Immediate drone in your face. Cool. Everyone who is idle. Let's start shooting. So we've got 2, 4, 6 turrets in the hallways. I don't want Puig to see a dead body, so that we can freely move about. I'm gonna clear the debris. Oh, they're shooting at the wrong people. Come on, move. Okay, they can hit Ruinloth. Ruinloth, take one more step back. Blind, wait, don't do that. Wow, they are really, they're killing those things fast. So Ruinloth, your responsibility is going to be corpse disposal. Let's dispose of corpses here. This is for human-like corpses. Because there's no, I mean, there's no reason to path here. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to change the zone a little bit. Because if we are going around the edge of the facility, we'll see the dead bodies there. But there we go. Oh god, drones. Alright, shooters. Klein, you can go back to what you were doing. So, Glitch and Klein, I'm not going to draft, because Klein can do smithing and Glitch can do research, but then everyone else is going to be responsible for clearing out the drones. We'll try to do this with, like, little to no injury. Unfortunately, if both Klein and Glitch are working, that means no one's around to hack. So I'll have to occasionally pull Glitch in here to hack terminals and doors. Whoa! One hit! Nice! And we disabled a turret here. So I suspect the reactor might be in that room. I don't want Glitch to... Okay, there we go. Let's have Puig. So Glitch, sneak into the next room so that we can clear out those terminals. Another turret disabled. And a corpse in the way. So there's a bunch of corpses we're going to need to remove. I don't think these... This wasp trap might trigger on Jeanette Blaster, the blaster. Nope, apparently it didn't. Good. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Run! And we found the reactor room. Oh, I didn't mean to have Puig go through and see that corpse. Puig, close your eyes. No, too late. My bad. So, the reactor room. We've got active turret, disabled turret, wasp trap, active turret, and two corpses that are basically on top of it. So, there's going to be some corpse removal needed to be done. Taking care of the drones that are guarding it will be nice to do. Alright, everyone's dismissed, and Ruinloth is going to haul yet another corpse. So the corpses with vac armor, I don't really care about the smelting vac armor, but the marine armor I will, I'll remove to smelt. Actually, Puig, how hurt are you? You're not really hurt. No, I'm not going to have him solo it. I think the wasp traps are going to attack him and he'll get bogged down with a turret and the wasp traps in his face. Oh, that's recon armor. I guess I'll strip that too. Once Puig gets patched, we'll head back in. Wait, stop. No, stop. You don't get to strip that. We do not need that mental break. So we know where the reactor core is, but I'm going to be looting this entire facility, so I might as well have my crew work on clearing them all out. So if I go here and put the gunners there, that should work. Then the wasp traps, the wasps get shot, and everyone's safe. Sweet. So this one is active. Puig, if you can hug the wall, you won't see that corpse. And then Ruinloth can clean up those two corpses. So we're done with this room. Walk away, please. Don't go near the corpses. Alright, Ruinloth. So the only issue here is there's a non-zero chance that like a random drone pops out of the doors and like attacks Ruinloth, but I'll take that risk. In that case, Puig and the Idols, that's now their boy band name, Puig and the Idols, let's take a look at the rest of the facility. So there's no issues in this room. Another dead body, a hackable door. I'm not going to queue it to hack until the corpse is removed. This is a wasp trap room. So let's prepare for the wasp trap. This turret's already been disabled, so we just need to do the hunter trap. Kaboom! Love it. And two more hackables here. This is obviously a hallway. Oh, the active drone. All right, Puig, you are in little pain, so I'm gonna keep going. I don't think that that's a call to stop anytime soon. And I'm queuing glitch up to oh shoot, queuing glitch up to hack some more stuff. Nope, take cover. Alright, glitch. Tend Puig. Then hack. It'd be cool if there was like a master console to like turn all the drones on your side or something. That would be neat. I saw the drone coming, so I stopped the tending. We should be pretty almost done with all these drones, I'd imagine. It might be time for a little R&R. Although their moves are holding. So as long as they're not fussing, I'll keep pushing them. So I think one of the corpses over here needs to be stripped. Yeah, this one. But I'll do it once Ruinloth is done with the other tasks. So another Ancient Soldier Crypto Room. Corpse Room with no threats. I'm gonna let Good Fangface and Turtle turn in for the night, and then Puig as well. Glitch is going to finish hacking these 3 terminals. Actually, Puig, before you do that, go in here. But yeah, good progress for today, I'd say. Yeah, that's a launch. Got it. Another turret disabled. Another turret disabled. So, like, half of the turrets in this hallway are disabled at this point. And one reprogrammed, which is lovely. Now it's shooting at each other. Ruinloth wearing the Masterwork helmet. I was very briefly super concerned because I saw him helmetless. Because technically speaking, pawns aren't smart enough to keep their helmets on. If you have an apparel policy like I do, and you're supposed to take off their clothing at 51% or 52%, they'll just do that. They don't care. They'll happily suffocate themselves, going, "Oh yeah, my helmet's worn off," whoop, and then let dead. I hope the other turret ends up blowing up the turret that's firing on me. Mutually assured destruction right here. The other thing I've not been doing is checking their weapons. Once upon a time, I did find one of them had like a Doomsday Launcher. Yep, mutually assured destruction, they both blew up. And given the chance to randomly find a Doomsday Launcher on like a corpse is amazing. So I'm making sure to do all the hauling here with Ruinloth only, so that nobody ends up seeing those bodies. So of this hallway, we've got... This one is active. And that's the only active turret, so there's just one more turret in the hallway. That's not much of an issue. Good news is there's at least 2 boxes of advanced components, so we'll get at least 2 free advanced components from this facility. Likely more, but at least we're guaranteed 1 per box. Dumping corpses over the edge would make too much sense. I agree. I would love to be able to just like yeet corpses to space, jettisoning them, so to speak. That'd be an interesting way to do corpse removal when you're in orbit. I could see there being mods for that in the near future. For sure. So, Puig, are you awake? Yeah, you're awake. So let's get the drone that is in the reactor room. Ruinloth is cleaning up the rest of the corpse stuff. I'd also say... So we can't path... Well, you know what? We can't path to the one down here without venting, so I'm not going to do that just yet. What would happen if you remove bridge out from under the corpses? They probably float in space. But that's a good question. I could try it if you're curious. I'll build a bridge there. Move one corpse on it, and then remove the bridge with Rune Law. So dumping, copy, paste, critical, corpse, all. We're about to find out if you can just yeet corpses. I don't think it's gonna work, but yeah, don't know until you try. Cheers. Items can in fact float in space. Yeah, I figured as much. Because the same sort of thing happens with deep water. If you run into a situation where you you have like a mod that because I've used mods in the past that add deep water bridges, and if you lose a deep water bridge, the item still just like sits on the deep water. So there's already a precedent for essentially the mechanics of what happens. But just to show you, might as well do it ourselves. Hey, Bazab. Thank you for the sub. More components. We got a corpse and a wasp, or a hunter, rather. Come on, shoot it. Boom. So, corpse is just floating in space. Yup. I'm gonna forbid the wood next to it too. Alright, Runeloff. Haul that corpse away. And then haul this corpse away. So there's a few hacked spots left. And then this room in there. Oh, that's another corpse. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the final room, other than these two, which are probably just cargo pod rooms. We're about to get fire foamed. Actually, maybe not. Let's try to avoid the fire foam. Fire foam is messy. You track it around on your feet, and it slows you down. So if you can avoid fire foaming up floors, do it. Alright, we got a malfunctioning pod. Please not have a hostile human. Just fish. So long, and thanks for all the frost fish. Oh, yeah, there's that room too. Ah! Well, there's another rotted corpse. Damn you, game! Oops, a dead body. And final room is safe. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and pop open all the boxes. I don't know how many advanced components we got, but we have up to 6, so I'm assuming some of those came from the advanced component boxes. So I'll take the silver from the floors here. I already have 2,500 wood, so I'm not going to bother with stripping wood floors. I will take the art and some of the furniture, the finer furniture that can sell. But I'm not gonna bother with getting wood here because I think it's a slow process and kind of waste over time. So I'll get the silver. With this Grav core that we just obtained, I have 4 power cells. So I was planning on, and let's go ahead and do this now. I was planning on getting a single jammer. It doesn't really make sense to build any of this out of uranium, though. And then this will give us like a larger library. More space for stuff. And we'll do something similar on the other side eventually. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video, which you'll never read, because I know you don't. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Grav Runners.